FALCON Esports to actually take the priority off of the Lord. But we are expecting a 4 versus 5 fight as Royal Milk immediately jump right in with the Earth Shatter, followed by a flicker as the turtle will be taken by the hands of mobazane. They have came here for what they wanted, and Kidax is going to be falling down as the first blood. FALCON Esports, they are losing 3 men.
Look at this fight. I feel like Cloud9 they want more.
Yep, as Dex was hoping that he'll be able to run away, but unfortunately the final slash is just going to be connecting on Dex. But immediately after that, the Appraiser's Ref connects. He gets his HP back a little bit, but it's not going to help too much. As we have the turtle currently going down, Dex is going to be the one that claims the credit for that. And for now, FALCON Esports, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be responding in kind, as they just going to be focusing down on Marcuti, but mobazane goes right in with a quick little ultimate. Unfortunately, Dex is going to be caught up in the middle of all of that. At the final seconds, he tried to put it out, but a little bit too late.
They want to fight in the jungle again.
Yep, it doesn't seem like things are going to be looking very well for FALCON Esports, as the Deadlands Welcome just going to be connected down onto Dex, dying down once again, 4th time in a row. We did have the final slash that did connect onto mobazane though, but it's not going to be that big of a difference.
I don't think there's enough damage from Falcons. In fact, mobazane, if he wants to turn, he can. Even use a conceal.
8 kills and FALCON Esports with only 1, and they're now even going to be focusing down the bottom lane, but Benny!
Falcons arriving at the third turtle.
Without the Moskov coming in, Dax still somehow did manage to take the turtle away from Cloud9. Mobazane, it is very scary. This lot is very daunting, and holding on to the lot for extended period of time is not going to be good, as the final slash is going to be connecting down on the 2. He wants to get himself in the heart of the battle, as now they're just going to be focusing on the Kid X. He went in a little bit too deep, and unfortunately, FALCON Esports wasn't able to help him too much, with Royal Milk coming in on the second part.
I don't think Falcons can even attempt to steal this Dax. He might just have to give himself away. He might even
I'm
go
surprised
down.
that they even tried to try to challenge for this.
To run through it if they want to. We'll see if FCon can manage to find the cash. Royal Milk and Kid X on different sides of the pit.
Still trying to contest for this. FALCON Esports, they are going and raring to go. As the Deadlands Welcome just going to be connecting down on the front. Dax still manages to take the Lord for himself. Cloud9 now is just going to be going on for an aggressive front. They want to bring Dax down as much as possible, but he just immediately jumps himself forward, but wasn't able to do quite much. As Benny, he brings himself and jumps, which might actually be one of the main problems that Cloud9 might experience in the later parts of the team fight. The Kid X did manage to connect onto the final slash, but it's pretty much just going to be a little bit of harassment, as Benny focuses himself onto Coldwell. Exactly what I'm talking about. No one is there to really deal with Benny as such. He's just going to be jumping in, and he's going to be focusing on the mobazane next. Mobazane immediately goes right in with his ultimate and tries to go for a kill, but unfortunately, he's going to be taken down. Benny picks up a double, while basically just going to be continuing on to go on for a rampage. But now Benny is focusing on to kills after kills after kills, picking himself with a triple. He might want to go for Milo, but he flickers himself away. He just hoping to do something to Benny. He wasn't able to at all.
Marcuti tried to save his team, but Benny is just too strong. They should be able to defend this inhibitor, I think. Maybe Benny would just power through it. It seems like Marcuti keeps the structure alive.
Of Cloud9. This doesn't immediately say that Cloud9 is out of the game just yet. In the meantime, Deadlands Welcome connecting down onto Royal Milk. He's still gonna be alive though. He does an immortality, flickers himself right out of that. The wave that's just gonna be marching in. You may have a lot of problems essentially dealing with that. As such, the Lord marches in, ready to pillage everything that Cloud9 holds dear. The Deadlands Welcome still going to be connecting it. It slams Kidax into PX9, PX7, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do much, as FALCON Esports focuses onto the throne, and the core gets destroyed. FALCON Esports takes game number 1 away from Cloud9.
Crystal shattered. Falcons Esports manages a incredible recovery off of the efforts of everyone, right? The adjustments from mid to late game in terms of how we take the fight. Sure, early game was a bit sloppy.
To the back lines of FALCON. Can they even catch anyone at this point? But for now, Deadlands Welcome from Milo connected down onto Royal Milk. And unfortunately for them, Royal Milk finds himself taken down. Dax is going to be the next one onto the chopping while taking the turtle.
Very well executed by Cloud9. Falcons Esports again, tunnel visioning and spear of the
readies themselves up by getting quite a bit of control in the river. Down at the bottom though, Royal Milk with a nice
PX7 in the jungle. The rotation from Cloud9 is just on point, and the fact that Milo...
No, not at all. I think that contesting this is going to be a death wish, and especially since they are not getting control of their own jungle as well, as you can see. The Spear of Destruction connects down onto Florian, brings him down preemptively. PX7 hides himself right under the nose of the turret, and he's going to be safe and sound while...
this Grok is a big problem. It's the wall, it's the crowd control.
I'm offended, connected down on the mobazane, brings him down almost immediately. Dax takes the turtle and managing to contest for that. Cowell immediately flickers himself out of the way and is going to be safe and sound for now, or maybe not, as PX7 unleashes death coming in with the airstrike. Basic is going to be the next one.
The gated the lead the Cloud9 got after the first turtle, and Dax, he wants
lead
more.
means nothing to the eyes of FALCON Esports. In the meantime, the Spirit of Destruction is just going to be connecting down to Kid X, while the Basic is just going to be focusing himself on Dex, but somehow Dex is going to be running away just fine.
Hey.
But Benny, he actually went in for the offended, which actually pulled the enemy closer to make Dex die. So unfortunately now, Benny went against the world.
Not Royal Milk anymore.
No way.
They're gonna try.
But looks like they are still definitely gonna be trying after all. They used quite a bit onto Royal Milk though. But now Royal Milk immediately jumping in for his quick little ultimate, but the pick off comp, because Cloud9 they're just focusing on that time and time again and it's just not working. But we'll get back to that in a short bit, as Basic just went in ham against PX7.
A lot more power control compared to game 1. Seems like Falcons, they still want to fight.
Does seem so. Milo flickers himself out, but the penalty zone did manage to connect a little bit on Cowell, but he's not going to be caring about anything because he does have the power of nature. He's going to be fine for now. Royal Milk is going to be the first one onto the chopping block, and Cloud9 understands that that is probably the most that they can get from this, and they are going to be backing off and waiting for the next 11 seconds for one to ensure that the inhibitor turret in the middle lane will be destroyed. As such, PX7 focuses onto the feathered airstrike. He clears out the wave as much as possible and manages to defend. The rest of FALCON Esports now focuses on the top lane, but Cloud9 they want to get a little bit more. The Terizla just going to be jumping in, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to do too much from here at this point on. mobazane is going to be the one that goes down second, but perhaps we'll get a third one, as FALCON Esports they're not going to be stopping just yet. They get Milo down, and now another one when it comes down to it. I'm offended. We'll be able to connect on the Basic as well as Marcuti. Basic was hoping to heal how the previous fight went through, but now we're going to be looking at the next one, as Royal Milk just going to be jumping in for the second hit onto the opponents, and he did manage to put out a pretty good penalty zone. mobazane is going to be the first one taken down, or FALCON Esports is just going to be marching in the middle lane. Cloud9 completely spread out. No one can see where exactly Basic is. He's gonna be...
They're trying to rush down the Lord as much as possible, and Cowell sees this. I think Benny just got caught, so...
Yep,
go down.
A little terrifying. Marcuti brings him down. The Lord, 75 HP. Dax still managed to get it in his pocket in the end of the day. But they want more. They want blood. And they're swimming in the waters. As Marcuti is just going to be going for the IMU, taking away the ultimate of Dax. He's just going to be focusing down onto him as much as possible. Deadana's welcome just going to be connected. But in the meantime, the front lines, we do have Cowell as well as Basic. They are focusing onto Royal Milk. But Basic's HP is not looking good. He immediately jumped himself backwards, and he's going to be fine for now. The penalty zone connects on the Royal Milk. He's just going to be stuck in there. And he's probably gonna go down, and the immortality popped. Cloud9, they're marching in. They will be able to take this core down if Royal Milk is not gonna clear things down. But where's the damage? They are unable to clear the core down.
No damage.
All alone to try to bring this core down, and he's probably gonna go down to the head for that little bit. But there's the flicker as well. That as well coming in from Milo, just gonna be connecting down. But the heals coming in from Kid X ensures that Dex will be able to stay alive for a little while longer. But it doesn't seem like they will be able to do too much.
Basic.
It's just gonna be Marcuti, just gonna be holding on to the back, but basically he's just gonna be jumping over to the back lines and focusing down onto the core as much as possible. They push in, it's all left with Kid X. Royal Milk and Benny is nowhere to be seen. Never mind, Royal Milk is now here. Is it really even gonna be enough? Basically just dealing immaculate damage over to Kid X. They want to end this fast enough, but Basic is just gonna be jumping around with a sliver of health. Both of them, they're gonna be fine though. All of these lanes just gonna be pushing right in, even with the Lord. Cloud9 have got nothing that could help bolster the damage of this Lord to help them to even end this game. The split push is tried and unfortunately wasn't done right.
At least Basic got the last inhibitor down, but with Dex back in the game, Basic no health. They cannot end the game just yet. They want Dax bottom side.
Doesn't seem like...
That gets away. Hey, they still want him.
Flicker coming in from Cowell with the wild charge, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to isolate anyone at all. As such, FALCON Esports, all 4 men, is just focusing down onto him as much as possible, bringing the Grok down. Royal Milk, though, he puts himself at the top lane to give more information. But Cloud9, the main part of the game, is down in the bottom lane, as Marcuti is going to be taken down now. The offenders are going to be connecting down on Basic. As such, the immortality is going to be taken down. And that is going to be... Yes, but it is all just pretty much going to be a wet noodle fight, as now Benny just going to be going with the armor feather with quick little flicker coming from Milo. He's going to be safe and sound for now, but Benny, he's just healing up so much. He's not going to die at all. go! As now Falcon
Run,
Esports,
guys,
they do
don't
have
fight!
PX7 coming in now. The wall charge doesn't seem to
Milo
end up
misses
as
all!
Milo, he didn't go for the dead as welcome, did not
Mason
connect with
misses
anyone
all!
at all. Dax gets himself a mega kill, brings Milo down. That is one of the tough front lines. That with Kidex, with his ultimate, and they're not afraid of anything. But for now, Grok comes in from behind. Coldwall was hoping that he will be able to get him a final with the wild shot, doing nicely, but 4-man
the
penalty
penalty
zone! Coming in, Royal Milk! They clean things up, and Cloud9,
They've done it!
they suffers another defeat to the hands of Falcon Esports.
And the Falcons soar above Cloud9 into infinity and beyond. The sky is no longer the limits. Myanmar putting a mark on the MSC stage, completely shattering the hopes of North.